Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for What's Up Ocala, where we talk real estate both nationally and locally. We're going to be discussing the interest rate today, and we are going to be talking about stuff to do here in Ocala and how things are changing. I am your host, Andrea Praber, but I am joined today by Carlos Noa. I'm going to say hello.
Hello.
Carlos, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about who you are and how they can get in touch with you if they have any questions?
Definitely, yes. So I'm one of the agents here at Great Expectations. I love meeting new people and making it more personalized and homey. So if you guys are interested in selling or purchasing any property, you can contact me at 352-679-1194.
Very cool. Okay, so we were just talking before we came on air about the interest rates.
Yes.
And we were surprised because, of course, we're looking at, what is the national average right now, but national average says it's 5.49. Yes.
5.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I mean, that's like good, super amazing credit.
You must be like absolutely perfect in order to get that because that's not what we're seeing.
Correct. I mean, I had just a buyer get approved and their credit score is like 700-ish and they got 6.125.
That's what I'm seeing as well. A lot of our customers are, I would say all of our customers are getting 6% or higher for their interest rate. So I think that there's a state of flux right now with the information that we're getting.
Yeah, it feels like they haven't caught up to what's really going on currently.
Exactly. I think a bigger indicator is basically what we're seeing. Mm-hmm. Of course, nationally, you're going to see a lot of changes happen over in maybe California or New York or something like that. It takes a little while for the ripple effect to hit us over here, but we are starting to see some changes as far as pricing.
Yes. It's we've been seeing a lot of actually price drops.
Oh, big ones.
Yeah, I mean, there was this week listings about 232.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 220-ish dropped in price.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let me pull up those numbers for you real quick. But yeah, so our Market Watch, which is the from the MLS that we use, multiple listing service. And we had 232 new listings hit the market, which sounds, pretty good. We've got some coming on. But out of all the listings out there, 223 price decreases this week. Yeah. That's a lot of price reductions.
Oh, it is. And the biggest one that I got from a listing agent that called me, they're like, hey, we're going to drop it $50,000.
Wow.
Which is insane.
That's a lot of money. Maybe if it was a house that was, millions of dollars, that's not too much, but that's not what we were talking about.
Correct. No,
yeah. So I know a lot of the people that were waiting to get on the market, trying to decide when they were going to have top of the market. Yeah, you missed that. It's already happened.
We're coming down.
It's now coming down. So the only time you really know when you're at the top or the bottom of a market is when it's already rebounded and gone in the other direction.
Correct.
And you've already missed that. So if you were looking to get absolute top of the market, every single day that you delay at this point, you are losing money. You are literally taking it out of your pocket. Yeah. So any idea on when it's going to change again? I know, right?
Probably say at the end of this month.
If the interest rates can go back down, maybe.
We've been seeing it consistently going up every month.
Right. So, last I checked, my crystal ball was a little foggy too. So, yeah, there's a crack in it. It looks like a little beat up, it just is not there. It's not there. But, yeah, maybe get one of those magic 8 balls or something, So, it is really hard to tell what's going to happen with the market in the future because things are changing. We don't even have the statistics yet as to what the changes have actually done or what they're going to continue to do.
Correct.
But I do think if the interest rate stays where it's at or even goes higher, which is probably what's going to happen, we're going to see not only a stabilization, but it may switch from a seller's market to a buyer's market again.
I'm saying that there's more options for my buyers. Before it was like, you got to get in it, and as soon as you see it on the line, submit that offer, because you might lose it within hours. But it has shifted, and it's kind of interesting to kind of allow that momentum to kind of slow down. I mean, we didn't expect that to happen to this whole like pandemic.
No, that was nobody could have predicted that one. I don't think anybody predicted that one. And how it would affect real estate. It really went crazy down here.
But even then, if the interest rates, which seem 6, even 7%, that's still under inflation. It's not like when back in the day, like when my parents were trying to get a house, it was 14-15%.
Yes.
So it's still...
Yeah, it's still doable. I think we've just gotten so used to it being, between
3%.
2 and 4% that now we're like, oh my goodness, 6%, that's outrageous. No, it's really not. If you go online and you actually look at the average interest rate for a 30-year fixed through the decades, you can see we're still at the bottom.
Correct.
We're still very, very low comparatively. But, for this generation, they've never really seen that because, it was the recession and then we had, everything going crazy with, the pandemic and everything. So because of all that, we just really haven't seen those numbers.
Correct. And I did see a chart in regards to all the recessions that we've had in the United States. And the biggest one is obviously 2008, which dropped about 20%. But even then, if you look at the chart, most of the recession, real estate still goes up.
Right.
It never really decreased. It was, unless you count 2008.
Right. And I think 2008, that was a lot of different things. That wasn't because there was something wrong with the dirt or people no longer wanted housing. There was some completely different other factors to come into play with that nationally and internationally, really.
Yeah, correct.
So I think we're not really going to see that again. That's my hope. Of course, everybody is, they're all asking, when's the next recession? Well, I hope we don't have one. I know, of course, everybody wants affordable housing, but at the same time, there are a lot of other things that happen during a recession that are not so great.
Correct.
Right. So we have a really low unemployment rate right now, which is fantastic, especially here in Ocala. In fact, during the pandemic, we actually had a low. We were growing. I think even the Amazon distribution center opened during the pandemic.
It did.
So, we actually had more job opportunities and more jobs available during that time frame. So kind of crazy. It's a really, really great job market to be in down here.
It is. And you're seeing it, different types of jobs are coming about. More hospitals are opening up.
They are. A lot of changes over at HCA with the management. I think they got a new CEO over there, and he has some great experience.
Yeah, and the village is actually donating. I don't know if you heard that they donated to Leesburg.
Oh,
you can go down further south. And then Leesburg, I think it was about like 28 acres. And then Leesburg donated a portion to UF so we could have a trauma center.
Oh, that's fantastic.
South, yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I noticed that the trauma centers and the ERs and not having those right at the hospital, but kind of dispersing them out is really more of the mode they're going to now. It seems like, which seems odd, but with as spread out as we are.
We've all learned through what we went through that, we don't want to overwhelm the medical system, so we're seeing that branch off where you're going to have more urgent cares and more trauma centers can be placed strategically so other ones don't get overwhelmed.
Right. And if you're over in, let's say, Denellen, if you're living over there, it's a good 20 minutes just to get to the nearest hospital or emergency room or whatever. So just having that area. But you're very, very familiar with the Villages area. A lot of our listeners are down in the Villages.
Yes, I do a lot of business down in the Villages. And I drive there pretty much daily.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I know it pretty well. I like it. I know my goal is eventually to get my mom to retire there because there's just so many activities and so many people, so it's nice.
Now, she's still trying to live in Miami area, right?
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah, so she's still trying. And that market, we're still seeing the craze.
Yeah.
We're submitting offers, and they're like, oh, well, send it highest and best because we have like 30 or 60 offers.
Wow.
Which is insane. I wish I had
crazy.
that many offers
that is crazy.
in my listing.
Yeah. If we see a house that's maybe a little too far underpriced here and, there's like 20 or 30 offers on it, we're like, good grief. Yeah. That's insane. But yeah, that's normal. That's a day in the life down there.
It is. I mean, I was just there the other weekend. And I stayed in an Airbnb, and that one it's beautiful, but where it's at, it's insane. It's over $1 million.
And that was just like a 2-bedroom, right?
It was a 2-bedroom with a bonus room.
Oh, it had a bonus room. Great. Yeah.
Really
It's over $1 million for that. That is so crazy. Did it have a pool?
No pool.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No pool. But what it did have was actually a backyard, which is really hard in Miami.
Right.
And I think in total, the lot itself was like 0.17.
Oh, good grief. Such a difference. It's such a huge difference when you come up here. I do have some friends down in Miami, and they actually, they're trying to move up here to Ocala, and they told me, we want something really rural. And I'm like, oh, I'll take you to rural. I've got rural. And they actually ended up purchasing like right in the city of Ocala, and I'm like, that's not rural. And they're like, well, to us it is. So it's just that perspective. Yes, they had a yard. That's all they wanted. So I had to kind of translate when they come up from Miami. They mean rural is actually Ocala. We are rural to them. So it's just a huge difference. It really is. So yeah, if I had taken them way out into the sticks, I don't know that they would have made it back. So,
you never know. I had one that wanted it, and they got cows, and
they wanted rural. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I normally start off by asking how far from Starbucks are they comfortable being. That's because Starbucks really does their due diligence. They really check the market before they'll open a Starbucks. Yeah. So that's basically where the city, where the people are, that's where the Starbucks is. So if you kind of take their insight and kind of go from there, that's it's a good rule of thumb.
That's a good perimeter.
Yeah, it is. Like how they're like, well, I don't really like Starbucks, but I like Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, that's fine. I just use it. Yeah, there's always a Dunkin' Donuts right down the road from a Starbucks, so it's fine. I just need to know basically how comfortable are you being out a ways. So kind of interesting. Well, let's go over some of the other numbers that we have going on with the market watch this week. Like we said, we had 232 new listings. This is residential homes, anything from mobile homes to mansions. So 232 hit the market, which is
223 dropped.
Yeah, 223. So almost exactly the same amount of houses that are coming onto the market are reducing their prices. So if you really look, there's only about, at any given time right now, about 1,200 to 1,300 residential properties for sale in Marion County. So out of that, having 223 of them decrease their price, that's a lot.
It is.
That is a lot. So we're really seeing those price reductions hit the market.
And that's how we're able to tell we're already going.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going down on the market. But there's still plenty of people that are ready, willing, and able to purchase. So we definitely have that. But yeah, if you're wanting that top price for your house, get on the market now.
Right now's the time.
Call us. We were talking about the market watch and things that are going on in Marion County as far as real estate. Of course, the big news is there going to be a recession? Is there going to be, is it still going to be a seller's market? Is it top of the market? What about the interest rates? All of that going on, and what we are seeing are those new listings on the market with 232 that have come on the market, and we had 223 price reductions. So there were a few price increases as well.
There was only 28.
Okay, so there were a few that were priced incorrectly, and they just adjusted for that. That's pretty normal. But seeing 223 homes,
decreased number is...
that's an indicator right there. That is an indicator as to what is going to happen following this in the market. So being priced accurately is incredibly difficult right now. But it is definitely possible. Just check with one of your local realtors. Call us. We're more than happy to help you.
Yes, we are.
But we're definitely seeing those numbers. Actually, Carlos, if you could share your phone number so people can get in touch with you.
Yes, my phone number is 352-679-1194. Again, that's 352-679-1194.
Perfect. Okay, so back on the market, we saw 72 houses that came back on the market. So maybe something fell through with their buyer's financing, maybe the home inspection. There could be a lot of different reasons.
I mean, that's what happened to the house that I just sold. We took it off the market because we were, taking away carpet. People were trying to get away from that. So
Yeah. So you took that feedback, said, here's what's being said, and here's what you need to do.
Correct, yeah.
Did that and sold it when it came back
We
on.
sold it, and we still sold it over asking.
Wow, that's fantastic. So definitely those things helped. We had 283 that were sold. Expired, only 16. That's pretty low for a week's worth. And then
we have pending 269.
269. So we still have more pending than being brought onto the market.
Yes.
So really, really interesting numbers this week because, of course, we have still not enough houses coming on the market. I'm sorry, that's just not enough. We have a lot of price decreases, and yet we still have so many pending and sold.
Yes.
So really, really interesting stuff. It's very interesting time to be in real estate. If you are considering putting your house on the market and you are waiting to hit top of the market, you may have just missed it, but
you can still
hurry.
Get on.
Yeah, hurry. Because literally every day at this point with the increase in those interest rates, it's continuing to drop for sellers.
And I'm still seeing out-of-state buyers are coming in cash. So if you have that beautiful home that is just perfectly right for them, you might just get over asking. I just sold one last week. So it's very doable.
Yeah, it is. It is. But that may not be the case.
Correct.
Yeah, as we continue. Because again, everything that's happening here is happening in other places. So if they're trying to get top of the market wherever they're coming from, maybe Connecticut or New Jersey, New York, Utah, California, wherever. Utah and Colorado are both really big selling places right now. I've never really been interested to live in Utah, but apparently a lot of people are.
They are.
So there's a lot of people that are selling their houses at top of the market there, but they're seeing the price decreases too. So that's taking away some of their buying power when they go to purchase. So kind of interesting how all of those ripple effects are hitting everywhere. So we did have some cancellations. Some people just called it quits and said, you know what, I'm just gonna wait.
Hold the fort.
My house isn't looking that bad right now. I think I'm just gonna hold on. If you're not gonna give me top of the market price, I'll just wait.
That was only 24.
That was only 24 houses. So but that's still another 24 houses that came off the market, and we only had 232 come on. So that's still painful. That's painful. That's 24 people that we're not going to be able to sell homes to when we really don't have that many. But of course, this isn't the full picture either, because of course, some of the things that are missing from here are the new construction. And we're still seeing a lot of new construction.
Oh, yeah. I just met up with a buyer yesterday, and that's what they want.
So, yeah, some of those new construction homes, the house that you showed them, was it you just took them to the sales center, or it was actually on the MLS?
No, so it was on the MLS, but when we got to the site, it was still trees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
okay.
So then with that, we just kind of kept on looking, and then because they wanted specific kitchen countertops, kitchen paint, so there's all right, let's just go. And we got to the point where we found the perfect lot that they wanted, reserved that, and then we're gonna go from that step. So it's kind of interesting.
Very cool. Very cool. So we are seeing new construction. A lot of the new construction, they may have one on MLS, but they're building multiple other properties.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. They'll have like the same stock photo, and it's different addresses. But when you get to the actual site, it's
trees.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of those around here, so kind of interesting. So a lot of that new construction, although they are new listings, are not really advertised because they are still trees, so they're not ready to be advertised, but they are still being sold. So kind of interesting how that works out. And that information is more what you're going to see with the sold. So we may see that, it's added to MLS after the fact. That's a possibility.
Yes.
So yeah, kind of interesting, the stuff that's going on.
It is.
It is, absolutely. All right. So we have fun stuff coming up to do today. If you are anywhere near the Ocala downtown market, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yes, absolutely. It's
on the corner of Southeast 3rd Street and Southeast 3rd Ave. We're gonna have vendors, fresh produce, food trucks, live music, coffee, and mimosas. Obviously, it's always pet friendly, which is amazing.
Yes.
There's gonna be arts and craft and a playground.
That is awesome. Now, have you been to the Ocala downtown market lately?
No, I have not been to the
No.
market. No, not
At
yet.
all?
No, at
Oh,
all. So
you
that's something
have
new.
to go today.
Yeah.
Absolutely have to go today. It is wonderful. So if you guys see Carlos down there, I'm
Yeah.
sure he's gonna make it. So, but yeah, the food trucks and everything, and just the whole ambiance is just so much fun.
Yeah,
It really is.
and it's nice because like in my case, I don't have kids yet, but we do have a dog, so we do try to find events that we can
You can
bring.
take the dog
Yeah.
to. It's pretty cool seeing all the different pets and stuff. I know at one point they had a pet parade down there. It was so much fun. But yeah, very, very cool. And then on Friday, of course, we're
July
winding up.
1st.
Yeah, we're winding up the Levitt Amp Ocala music series. That's only going until July 1st. So that's over at Webfield.
Yep. And the address is 1501 West Silver Springs.
Very cool.
Yep. And they actually have a joint partnership between the Ocala Marian Culture Alliance and the city of Ocala, bringing free accessible music to citizens and residents in the community. Each year they provide about 10 shows with 20 artists, 10 cultural arts for the nonprofit. Here we go. Intermissions and one public art project, all completed throughout the 10-week Levitt Amp Ocala music series. In addition, we celebrate and activate Webfield, a central public green space.
Yeah, it is a huge, huge area. So I'm hoping to make it over there on Friday evening. It's on my calendar. But I'll be going all over Marion County, getting some videos and stuff. And the reason we have so many videos on our YouTube channel is because there are so many things here in Marion County that we like to highlight. Because they don't really have that much of an online presence themselves. So a lot of those small businesses and entrepreneurs in our community or events and stuff, we really, it's kind of like a hidden secret.
It is,
really.
Because, myself coming from Miami was just, I'm like, it's just horses. But there's actually a lot to do here.
There really is.
There's a lot more to do.
There really is.
We're getting some really nice restaurants too.
Yes. Yeah. Very, very nice
plus.
restaurants. It's great. So, and the great thing is we don't have those really super long high wait times. Like if you go over to Orlando, you better be eating at like 4:00 in the afternoon, or just be prepared to wait for an hour or two to get to your table. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I imagine Miami's probably way worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same. It hasn't changed.
So speaking of horsing, we've got horsing around over at the Discovery Center. So if you're looking for something to do with the kids or grandkids, they can go over there for only $8 per person. And they can ride on the plushy pony in the corral. They can be an equine vet for the day. They can design their own hockey silk and much more. So it's only $8 per person. Check out the Discovery Center online. That one does have some really great information. And it's right over, where Tuscaloosa Park is and all of the Riley Art Center and all of that, right down over there. So if you want to take them over to the park after or before, that's a great opportunity as well. And this is going on until June 18th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, so there is a free summer reading program over at the fort where they're encouraging young ones to learn to read. So it's a literacy program. I actually can read, I promise. But go ahead and tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, that'll be on June 18th between 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. And that'll be at the Fort King National Historic Landmark. And it's going to be geared for new readers. They're going to have some prizes.
Oh, fun.
They're going to participate in reading activities. And one of the books that they're going to be reading is It's Summer and Giraffes Can't Dance.
Of course.
And they're actually going to have a guided tour through the park and some of the woods with one of the guides at Fort King.
Oh, very fun. That is a great thing. There are so many free events.
Free.
Yes, free events that you could do with the kids this summer. So if you're looking for something to do, that's on Saturdays. But there's stuff throughout the week that you can do as well. Of course, the pools are open. So we've got over at the Hampton Aquatic Center and over at GER.ExpectMore Aquatic Center. Both of those are open. It's only a few dollars to get in. And it's great. They've got a slide. The kids just wear themselves right out. You can sit in a lounge chair and just watch them not drown. It's great. They've got like a 0 entry as well if you've got like toddlers or something. So really, really great to have those kind of things in our community. And then we also have, of course, the splash pads that are open all over the place. Those are free as well. You just hit the button and let the kids run wild through the water. It's like
free horses.
Yeah, it's basically, it's like, you know, it's like your yard sprinkler on steroids, basically. They have a great time with it. Lots of fun. And it looks like we also have
yoga.
Yoga.
Before, yes.
Okay. That's different. Okay.
It is. Well, that's the latest thing to like do yoga out in the wilderness be in the moment.
Okay.
I look good in yoga pants.
I don't need to know that. That's way too much information there, my friend.
And that will be on Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m.
You want to come see Carlos in his awesome yoga pants?
I'm quite limber.
Don't even know.
And that'll be at Fort King National Historic Landmark as well.
Okay.
And the instructor is actually Denaya Wilkerson's. And it's, geared for all different type of fitnesses. You don't have to actually have done yoga. So it's nice.
Yeah, that is very, very nice. So, and then that is 9 to 10 a.m. on Saturday. Yeah. So just because you missed it today doesn't mean that you get out of it next week. So, and maybe you will see Carlos down there in his yoga pants. So, yeah. All right. Let everybody know how they can get in touch with you.
Perfect. Yes. Phone number is 352-679-1194. Again, that's 352-679-1194.
And of course, you can reach us online if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you would like to give us some great ideas for future shows. Our email is GER.ExpectMore@gmail.com. And we, of course, have our website, which is very easy to remember, GreatExpectationsRealty.com. Thanks so much for joining us today. Yeah. And thank you, Carlos, for coming in and chit-chatting with everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
It was fun.